statement about game week finally being here. What were the questions?
Everybody know what this week is about. First time head coach, first game as a head coach. I'm looking forward to it in Atlanta. No bigger stage than ABC television for Jackson State football right now. So we're still steady chopping wood as a football team, though. You know, we take advantage of the days that we got to prepare. We'll go out this evening, tomorrow, continue to prepare and get ready for a big game against South Carolina State this week. So I'm looking forward to it.
Coach, can you talk about your dreams coming through, how you're going to be range of emotions in the tunnel and in the locker room as your first time stepping on as officially Jackson State head coach?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It's something that I've wanted, for a long time. But I'm not going to get just completely lost in it and be selfish and say it's just about me. It's quite a few guys I'm going to take with me over there, about 70 guys, football players that's their first time that'll be coming out that tunnel as well. So it's going to be excitement for everybody. The fans are looking forward to it. A lot of new faces, new change, and then we're looking forward to a big season this year for 2023.
Can you talk about how different it is from you as a player playing on big stages like this and now coaching?
It's still the same things. I think it's all still the same deal. You want to go out there, be dominant, win football games, play well in front of the crowd. Anytime you can get a stage like ABC television, you want to go out and have a good showing, and set up for another strong week going in the next week. But really no different. It's still the same deal. You want to prepare, be ready to go when you get there and want to win the football game.
Aside from a win, what do you look for in the first week of practices and in the game to set you up for a successful season?
Making sure the execution is clean. We're running clean plays, not a lot of bad snaps. Everybody is where they're supposed to be. And then the main thing for me is making sure that our football team is in tip-top shape and ready to go. With all the conditions, the heat right now has been a big problem for the football team, and just going forward, want to make sure that we're in shape and ready to go. And as far as our people around us, our training staff, our coaching staff, they're going to have to deal with the cramping situation if we have any of those. So everybody it'll be all hands on deck, basically ready to go this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that.
How has the culture of the team kind of formed, the identity of this team now that you're a few days away from the game?
I mean, myself and Coach Bradley was just talking about that. You look at them, they have no worries. They just feel like everything is going to be okay. They feel prepared. We had a great team meeting this morning. We had our rookie show. All the new guys got up and did their skits and stuff. We had a lot of fun. And once that was done, we started preparing for South Carolina State again. But you look at this football team, in their minds, they're ready to go. I think they're ready to go. They've been prepared by our coaches. And, I think they're going to play well. I know they're going to play well. They're going to go out there and play fast, what we've been preaching all summer long, being physical and, just going out there and executing, doing things the JSU way.
Speaking of the heat, you've had a chance to kind of play overnight to kind of get them acclimated to that evening style of practice. How much has that helped in terms of, getting their mindsets ready to know that they're going to be playing at that time frame on Saturday?
That's been huge. That's why we'll go out tonight and again tomorrow night and kick practice off around the same time that the game will be kicked off. Just getting them acclimated for what that whole feel of the game will be like at that time, how you need to move, conserving your energy. And we'll try to simulate, probably about an hour and a half, 2 hour type practice and just getting them to move around out there. But that's been huge. That's why I really have to thank our President Anthony, Dr. Anthony. She's done a great job of getting those lights put up for us out there. And I be telling people, man, back when I played here, I can remember when there was only about 3 of those lights showing, and we were still out there in the dark. But to go out there, it energizes our players. The first time we did it on last week, I mean, they was bouncing around, having a great time out there, so we're excited about it. But that's why the reason I think it's so important to get out there, because the game is at 7:30, so I want to try to simulate that as best as possible.
Coach, have you named the starting quarterback yet? If so, who is it?
I have not. We'll take that into the game. That'd be right there for the locker room. We'll go out there and, the guy that we decide to go with, we're going to send him out there, the guy that we feel good about. We know it's game week, and all guys have been getting reps. All guys have been looking good, like I've been telling you guys. But we'll see when that time comes on 7:30 on Saturday night.
Does he have a short leash, or will you stick with him?
No, I mean, when we decide who the guy is, that's who we're going to stand behind. I don't want to say it'll be a quarterback carousel or nothing like that, but we got to get a guy that this football team believes in, this coaching staff believes in, the guy that can go out there and lead this football team to victories.
Why is it So important for you to announce it right before the game to the guys in the locker room, as compared to maybe giving that guy some notice?
Well, the guys kind of know, they have some idea, but you try to channel that best you can too for the opponent too. They don't quite know who to prepare for at the same time, and just what our football team knows, no matter who out there, we have an opportunity to win. And I think that's what's most important. All those guys, they believe in, this coaching staff believe in whoever all four of those guys. So regardless who we send out there, it'll be the right decision for this football team going forward.
Coach, what kind of challenges does SC present for you, SC State present for you on film?
They're going to be a very physical football team. We do know that. I talked to them about that this morning. And then, they got a real veteran as a head coach, that's able to motivate that football team. Buddy Pugh has been coaching long as I've been living. You know what I mean? So he knows a lot of tricks to the trade. He'll have that football team ready to go. The quarterback is pretty good. I think it's a quarterback-led football team. On the defensive side, they have some good players in the trenches that we saw 2 years ago in the national championship game on the defensive line that can present problems. So, and I mean, it's all chips in, on the first football game. Everybody's undefeated, so everybody's going to be ready to go. And everybody feel like they can win the championship that first game, so we know they're going to get off the bus, ready to go. So we got to match their intensity.
Can you talk about your offensive line, how comfortable you are with them and the progress that they made this summer?
They're doing a really good job right now. The things that we're doing with the offensive line, shout out to my offensive line coach, Coach O, a guy that I've worked with for a long time now, in previous stops. But they're doing a good job. We got some guys that can play multiple positions up there, and we've asked them to do that because that's what it's all about, getting the right 5 guys on the field, and believing in about 8, 9, 10 of those guys that can go out there and be physical with defensive lines of the opponent, and that's the thing. If you can control the line of scrimmage, I think you give your your football team a chance to win football games. And also, you got to protect the quarterback. Anytime you got a quarterback back there that's confident in the guys that's up front, and his pass, as far as the passing game and things he wants to do, once he has that comfort level high, you got a chance to win football game.
What's the biggest question mark for you right now that you want to figure out in the next 4 days?
Just continue to get better special teams. That's the hidden pieces of the football game nobody really never asks questions about. How well can we bust a punt return? Can we return a kick? Can we protect on punt? When those situations get there, hey, your hands team got to be ready. Onside, you never know. So, that's the thing that I want to continue to get better at in these next 4 days is our special teams, to continue to make sure we're prepared for all the kind of tricks of the trades and things like that. And I'm excited about our kicking game. I feel good about G-Baby. We call him G-Baby, but Gerardo, he can really hit it. And our punter, Matt Knoll, those guys have been working well, and nobody really never talks about those guys, but I'm excited about them too.
Coach, your defense gave up 13.7 points a game last year, led the SWAC. I think it was like 6th or 7th in the nation. Are they going to be as dominant? Do you see them being as dominant as they were last year?
The potential is there. I think the potential is there. We did a good job of recruiting on the D-line, restacking that group, the linebackers group, and in the secondary, but the potential is there. What I tell them, we've been very dominant defensively the past 2 years, but now this is 23. So it's up to you guys to go out there and reestablish that and keep that streak going.
Strength of the defense?
They play well together. We preach to them. Coach Bradley preaches to them all the time. We want to get 11 hats to the ball, and that's what they do. A lot of people say the D-line, but the secondary is playing well. Our linebackers are looking real good too, and I'm excited about the depth we have back there as well. So I'm gonna just say the group overall is very talented.
Do it.
Who was your favorite freshman skit?
Who was the favorite? I'd say today, who did really good? Tim Stewart did. He's not a freshman, but we made the transfers go too. Tim Stewart, Asayas Guthrie, and Stanley Cooks is a freshman. They really did a good job simulating myself, Coach Maurice, and Coach Bradley. So they blew us away with that. So that was good.
What did they do?
They actually, what they actually did, what we do on a day-to-day basis, have our good and bad plays from practices. So Tim came up and he was Coach Taylor and started it off, and then Asayas did Coach Mo, and Stanley did Coach Bradley. So they did a good job. They brought down the house today.
Can I do Dwayne?
Yeah, you got it.
Would that be cool?
Go for it.
I could be cast.
You got it.
Coach Taylor, thank you.
We good?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, John.
All right. Appreciate it.